It's saying that it's still, I don't know what just happened. That was weird. It just kind of threw me out of the whole studio. Well, let me see if I can get through this. Now I was saying something about Lunell. So yeah, she was saying they were asking her how does she feel about Ti. Um, I guess he's trying to see if he wants to pursue comedy, right? Stand up comedy. And so I think he has some shows scheduled. And the guys were asking her how does she feel about it. And when she reminded us that she took issue with Nene when Nene went out and decided that she wanted to try her hand at comedy, stand up comedy as well, she made some comments back then. And so she's kind of bringing that up. I'm going to let you guys listen to a couple minutes of what she had to say. Me personally, I feel like people in he's in the entertainment industry, just like she's saying they all pay dues. He has paid dues as well, right? I mean, as a rapper, as an entertainer, but he's also been on TV and in movies, right? So I feel like he's still someone in that same position where you can say that he didn't just walk into the entertainment industry and decide I'm just gonna go over here and do stand up comedy. Um, but I understand what she's saying. Like that's not the road he came down. But a lot of people do that. They cross off into other things. I mean, you have people out here thinking they are designers. Don't get me started. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys hear what she had to say. If this don't act
Heard
up,
anything personally, but I heard nothing but good stuff. What do you think about Ti and his stand-up? Have you heard any? And what do you think about people transitioning into comedy? Me and my cousin talking about it. It's like, well, if he's good at it, why not? But I know a lot of people in the stand-up world have taken a lot of years and a lot of time and hard-earned blood, sweat, and tears to get into where they're at. So how do you feel about that whole comedy?
Well, it's a touchy subject for me because Chip is a friend of mine. Um, I had the same problem when Nene Leakes was trying to do comedy as well, and we really had a battle over that one publicly because there's a lot of people, even on Instagram, who are great comedic actors and could be a great comedic actor, but they want to try to do stand up and it doesn't always transition. I've not seen Chip in person, so I can't go on what anybody says his comedy is. I can tell I see it. I've not seen it.
Right.
I think that if he's always had it as a passion and he's always wanted to do it, then, if he thinks he's good and other people are saying he's good, then okay. But I know that for most of us, we've had to climb trek a long, long road to get to the position where we are. Most of the people that you like, the Bill Bellamy's, the Jimmy Foxes, the myself, Tommy Davis's, stuff like that. When we started doing comedy, there was no money. There was no money. There was no television. I started doing comedy before there was a Comic View or a Def Jam. And we don't take comedy to. It's like comedy is the only genre that everybody thinks they can do, which makes it seem like we don't take any thought or any process to what we're doing. Everybody don't think they can sing country. Everybody don't think they can sing opera. Everybody don't think they can paint like Picasso. Everybody don't think they can be a.
so yeah, I mean, I understand what she's saying, but at the same time, that's not necessarily a true statement. I mean, you have people, and I won't call names because I'm not trying to call names. That's not my point. But you have people who have gone from rap into designing, and I mean, and all kind of other things, right? Going into politics. So I feel like maybe there you can have more than one passion, right? You can have more than one thing that you may feel that you're just good at. Some people they want to wear many hats, or they feel like they can whatever they set their mind to do, they can do it. And I feel like I don't know. I just get the feeling Ti is someone who's probably naturally funny, and so maybe people have told him you should try it. Maybe that's why he said, "Well, I'll give it a try." I don't think it's anything wrong with anyone doing that if they can, and if you're already in the entertainment industry, yeah, it kind of gives you that leg up. But like I said, it's not like he just walked in the door. He has been around as well, and he definitely had to pay dues and go through certain channels to get to where he is, um, as well, right? Just like she had to do that. So I think it is still the same thing. And like I said, that's not necessarily true. There are a lot of people who are jumping off into all kind of other things, especially today. I think music is just not what it used to be anyway. So you really do have to probably have some other things lined up or some other things in mind as backup plans or other ways to make a living, right? Other than thinking you're going to sell music and do concerts, um, or shows or whatever. But let me know what you guys think about what she had to say. And I think they, like she said, she has said this before. She said this around the Nene as well. And I don't know. I think all is fair in that business. To me, if you can get it wherever, get there. And especially when it comes to us. So I don't know. I don't have an issue with him doing it. I still want to see the full set. I saw like a few seconds. And he, like I said, he just seems like a natural for something like that anyway, because his is crazy anyway. So I don't know. I don't, like she said, I want to see it for myself as well, but I don't think that he's probably going to have a problem booking shows or whatever. Now he will get his feedback from the audience. It's in particular black people. We don't. We're gonna let you know if you're not funny. If we don't do nothing else, we will let you know. So I don't know. But let me know what you guys think about that story. The other story that I wanted to touch on, that I was hearing about, is K Michelle and this hairdresser. Now, the hairdresser story is pretty interesting. So I'm going to let you guys listen to what she had to say, but let me just try to give you some context. I guess this young lady someone contacted this young lady. It may have been K Michelle herself. I don't know. This is all allegedly because K Michelle is not speaking on this. But anyway, she saying that she changed the name of her company. She's rebranded I guess, her hair salon or whatever it is she do. Maybe she's a freelancer or celebrity hairstylist. I don't know. But she rebranded, so she changed the name, which means that K Michelle was not aware that's what she's saying at least, that she was the same girl she's done her hair in the past. And so she contacted this young lady or someone, one of her staff, to do her hair. And the stylist, what's her name? I think it's pronounced Kiana or Kiani, is stating that she let her know that she was uncomfortable with her the last time she was doing her hair. So in the text message, you see K Michelle saying to her, and unfortunately, I couldn't get the video up that I was trying to add on here. She was saying to her that, oh, you're the girl that burned me with your curling iron. And she said, um, I didn't burn you or something. I'm gonna let you guys listen to what she had to say. But then there were some text messages that go along with the story, and K Michelle and the girl kind of go back and forth about if she was burning her or she tried to burn her or whatever. But I'm gonna let you guys listen to why Kiana was uncomfortable with K Michelle.
K. Michelle is a liar. First of all, I caught the curling line before it could actually even touch her skin like that. That's first of all. Second of all, you don't even know me. Why do you want to get your hair done naked? Like, this ain't that. That's very unprofessional. You made me uncomfortable. Then you got mad with me when I asked you if you could put on some clothes. Okay, whatever. K. Michelle had just, going through the process of getting her blood removed or whatever. And then she turned around and K. Michelle got some bad energy, y'all. Because if somebody burned me for real, I don't want their services no more. She knew I was Lux Links because I post Lux Links work on Close Perfection page. If she still follow that page, and after my bad experience 4 years ago, I unfollowed her immediately. It's giving obsessed, like, girl, what the fuck you want with me? Why you bothering me?
So yeah, so she's saying that I guess 4 years ago, and this is around the time K. Michelle was talking about the surgery, and she has a show that's on air now as well about plastic surgery. But anyway, so she's saying that K. Michelle was nude when she went to her. I guess she went to her house. I'm assuming she was somewhere where she could be bucket naked. So she went to her house, I'm assuming, and she was nude, and she had to ask her to put clothes on. Now, I don't know what that's about. I've never heard anything like that. First of all, I would be scared to get my hair done, like stuff touching your skin or whatever. I don't know, but and then I thought, well, maybe she was uncomfortable since she was talking about surgery and stuff. But so I don't know if she had the surgery or she was getting ready to get surgery. But that's still, you still should probably give someone some type of notice that you plan on doing something like that, because that could make people, could, scared. Like, what are you trying to do, right? Um, I don't know. I don't know if this young lady went to her house by herself. But of course, after that situation happened, she said that she didn't want to do her hair anymore. But she's also saying that when, even after she changed the name of her company recently, she put the old company name on there as well. And I went on her Instagram. She's right, it is on there. Both names are on there. One name is in like the link in her heading. And so you kind of know it's the same company, because like she's stating both names are on the new page. And so she's saying that she reached out to her again to do her hair. And this is when this conversation came up about the text messages, and she's saying that she kind of let her know, I don't want to do your hair because of what happened 4 years ago. And K. Michelle then of course said that she tried to burn her, and she was stating, as you can hear in the beginning, that she did not try to burn her, and she caught the curling iron before it ever touched her skin. So I don't know what happened. It sounds like Kiana Kiani was uncomfortable, and it probably made her nervous to even do her hair. She probably did. She probably wasn't going to burn her on purpose. She was, you know, things probably running through her mind like, what is this lady doing? So yeah, I don't know how to feel about that story. And like she's saying, she's not sure why she's trying to contact her again. Maybe she wasn't paying attention, like, or maybe her staff was looking for a hairstylist for her. I don't know, and didn't realize that this was the same person. Let me know what you guys think about that story, in the comments. And then the last story that I want to touch on, this was from, well, yeah, last night as well. Um, Cam Newton, the football player, I'm not sure what team he plays for now, so I'm not even going to try to go into all of that. But he has a podcast, and I guess he is uploading it here on YouTube. And I believe Brittany still has her page here on YouTube as well, Brittany Renner. And so he has been interviewing her. There was a part one and a part two. In part one, I don't know if you guys were seeing that story on some of the blogs, where he kind of said to her, um, he would never get in her DMs because she would write about him in her book. And so he wouldn't want to, I guess, become a casualty in that way. Um, and, the whole conversation, I was listening to most of part one, and part two, which was last night. It's called Funky Friday, I think. Um, it's so, it's just superficial. the whole conversation is very superficial, and it's not for everyone, right? So I want to be clear about that. Everyone's conversation that you hear on YouTube, sometimes these conversations are not for everyone. So it's a very superficial, shallow type conversation in the first place. But he starts saying, and I almost started to feel like, even with the part one, I felt like he was trying to set her up for some kind of way. And I think she's a smart girl. She's a lot smarter than these people are trying to play her. But yeah, I just felt like he was trying to set her up to say certain things, because I think that he knows better than to think that women should go around approaching men. And then also, when he never brings up in the conversation, because my whole conversation, what I'm trying to get to, is that he's saying to her that it's okay for women to approach men, and women should approach men if they know what they want. Now, like I said, this conversation is not for everyone. It's a very superficial conversation. It is obviously about certain women that he would want approaching him, because you can't put something out there like that when you know good and well you wouldn't want any and every woman coming up to you anyway, right? So I think that as long as everyone understands who is having this conversation, right, and they have a clear understanding of where he's going with that. And I just, like I said, I felt like a lot of his conversation was really to try to set her up to come off a certain way. And I think that she handled herself with both part one and part two. So I'll just play I think I broke it down. I think I have a couple minutes of it. I just want you guys to kind of hear what he's saying, because I think she's right. I think that it's best as a woman, um, regardless of how you feel about yourself or how confident you may feel that the person is interested in you or would be. I think it's best that as a woman you allow men to approach you. That's just my opinion, but people can do whatever they want. I think I'm gonna let you guys listen to what he said, and then I'll come back with the rest of what I want to say about this. I want to fuck. It's not looked at as, oh Lord, I didn't mean to start on that part, demonizing to your character or your morals. It's just like, look, hey, I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? Like this, like, I don't know what you about, I don't know who you here with, but boom, here's a drink from me to you. Whether you wanna pursue me or not, I'm hitting on you, right? Yeah. Would you so that also puts even more pressure or blame on it? Not blame, but some men aren't that. Some men needs to still be taught that.
And that's okay, but that's not a man for me. I don't want to have to teach you. You need to know what you want. And a bitch like me, I'm sorry, a young lady like me, you don't have to come out swinging. I can't hold your hand through this. You have to know what you want. Again, if you want to play coy in the corner and you're like, I mean, whatever, I'm not really that guy, then you're really not that guy. So, what makes you special? What makes you special? You're not that guy. You're going to stand in the corner. You're going to let whatever you think you want pass you by. You're pussy.
But that's the same thing I can say about you.
No.
I can say the same thing
because
about
you just said men are hunters.
No,
women are hunters now?
No, I didn't say.
Here we go.
I didn't say men.
I
didn't say men. I didn't say men are hunters. I didn't say
so women are hunters too.
Yes. You just said
nobody here believes.
You just said clearly, I want to be a lioness because I want to be equal. Did you not just say that?
But the lioness don't go up to the male. He comes to the what's it called? What they call it?
Do you know this? Are we watching National Geographic right now?
No, I'm pretty sure he fights for his position, and then he gets all the bitches.
So I'm saying, okay, that's a double standard. That's kind of like, all right.
So men want to get approached. Y'all want to get approached at the bar.
I've been approached before.
That's not what I asked you. You want to get approached?
Yes. Now in my life, no, I don't. But
why not now?
Well, I could.
Why not? Why not? I'm saying why not now? Tell the viewers. What camera is
Why not?
Why not?
Who wouldn't want to be approached?
Because you don't have to do the fucking work. It's already halfway done. The assignment's halfway complete.
Okay.
She's pretty. She want to fuck. She's interested. I don't really have to chase and figure it out.
You're talking to a man that ain't looking to fuck. You know what I'm saying? Would I? Yes. But I'm not sitting up here. My going out mentality is a little different
where I sit at now. You know what I'm saying? I could go out with a group of dudes, a group of fellas that's like, bruh, we just have women in our ensemble for the aesthetic, and just I really don't enjoy it. I said it before. I don't really like talking to men like that. It's just they're only one track minded to a degree. I would enjoy more talking to a female. That don't mean I'm trying to fuck. That don't mean I'm trying to be aggressive or push up on you. Like I said this before in an interview, it's like, just because I'm a gentleman, just because I'm an alpha male and I know what I want and I like, that don't mean I'm hitting up on you.
Right, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? And just because you're an alpha woman or you're a lioness or you're a confident woman, that don't mean I want to fuck, or I just think you fly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm rewarding you for catching my eye, and boom, that's what it is. You don't have to look weak, or it's not a gender thing that only men should approach women, or a woman is just supposed to sit back and be chose, because it's for everybody.
I mean, I agree with that perspective. I guess I think where I'm at in my life, I think I just think that men know what they want.
Women, you know what you want too.
Right, but I feel like I wouldn't have to seek a man. I wouldn't have to go to the side of the bar and be like, here's a drink for us. Granted, yes, like, I don't see a problem with that, but I think the type of man that I want, I wouldn't even have to go out of my way. Like, he would assert himself. He would make the move. Like, I wouldn't have to do that. Like, why do I have to make the move? Like,
okay, that's lazy. In my opinion, that's lazy. So I'll say, let's remove the club vibe. Let's remove the club, aesthetic. What if you're grocery shopping?
At Whole Foods. Just wholesome. Publix, Walmart, Target, whatever.
Harris Teeter.
Yeah, Harris Teeter.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, we're grocery shopping.
Right. You see somebody, catches your eye, boom. Y'all done went down aisle one. Y'all saw each other initially at aisle one. Okay. Fast forward 30 minutes later. Now you're in the frozen food section. And see
there you are again.
Like, right. Ha-ha. You're not even going, hey, what's going on? Hey, what's your name?
I'm personally not known.
So it's the man's job to just...
I'm not saying that there aren't exceptions to the rule. I just feel like the type of man I want knows what he wants. And I don't have to go out of my way.
So, yeah. And I agree with her. Like I said, I feel like that conversation anyway he was trying to kind of box her into something. That's just what I took from the conversation. Because to me, this is my opinion, I feel like there are different kind of women, right? Just like there are different kind of men as well, but there's definitely different kind of women. And when I say that, I mean in respects to these athletes and the rest of these people. So the type of women you're saying that you want to approach you are certain women who probably will approach athletes and these guys on DMing them and all this kind of stuff. And we've heard some of these women say that they do this. And so we know that they do that. And I think that he's trying to box her into that, right? And she's saying, no, that's not who I am. And he's still trying to convince her that, yeah, you should do this. You should reach out to these guys and let them, because I think that because they put all that stuff out here about her going after this college player or whatever, when the truth of the matter is she may not have went after him. Maybe she positioned herself to meet certain men, but did she honestly approach him or did he approach her? And I think that's what she's saying. If I will position myself, but I'm not going to come up to you. I'm not going to send you a drink. I'm not sending you my number through a friend and all this nonsense. I think that's what she's saying. And you have to be careful doing that anyway. But then, like I said, it's two different conversations going on here because he's not talking about all relationships between all men and women. He's talking about certain kind of women that do approach these guys, and we understand what that is. They don't call them groupies anymore. I guess that's an old term, groupie, but whatever they call them today. That's what he's talking about. He's not necessarily talking about how women honestly meet men, because most women will say, no, we're not doing that. And there's an old saying, be careful what you're looking for, what you go out there and you might just get it, and you wish you could give it back. And so I do think that she's right. Like, don't even build that and then put that in the universe for yourself that you're out here approaching people and then you don't know how to get rid of them, right? So, yeah. And I just believe that anything, like she said, is meant for you is going to happen for you. And that's relationship wise as well. Things happen in divine order. And if someone was meant and they were really interested in you, then things are going to happen in an organic way where you guys are going to meet. And I think it's very arrogant as well for a man to say, oh, well, if you're confident, you should just come up to me or go up to whoever it is. And it's like, no, no, no. And you guys understand, and well, not guys, but women. You guys, women, when I'm saying it, I mean, I'm talking to women right now, that you never know what you would be wanting. Even when you don't approach them, some of these people are married, engaged, they have all kind of situations already going on, and they really have no business approaching anyone else anyway, right? So God forbid you give them that out to where you were the one approaching them, and then they get to go back and tell whoever, oh, well, she came after me, blah blah blah. Let me show you this, and let me show you DMs, and da 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 da. And so, no, I think that she's right. And I was happy to hear her just kind of stand her ground on that because that didn't make sense what he was trying to say. Um, and I never heard him say, separate the fact that there are different kind of women. And we all understand that he's dealing with a certain kind of woman. That's why I said this conversation really wasn't for everyone, but he was certainly trying to box her in to that kind of girl, to where she's that girl that is out here chasing behind, you know, certain individuals. And she was trying to say, no, that's not necessarily who I am. And so that's kind of how that conversation went for the entire time. Like you can hear he tried to move it from a nightclub, like, oh, let's not say it's a club scene. What about in a grocery store? And I guess he was trying to convince her to say, yeah, I would approach a guy. And that's kind of what the conversation was about. But let me know how do you guys feel about that conversation, just in general. Like, do you think women should approach men? I personally do not. I think that she's right, and I feel like women will regret things faster than a man would, and I'm only talking to women right now who understand what I'm talking about. Like, women will regret relationships a lot faster than men will. Some men go into all, like I said, a lot of this stuff with certain intentions, and it do not matter how nice they may come off to you when you meet them. And that's just my opinion. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments about what he had to say to Brittany and how she responded. And do you think that there is ever a time where a woman should approach a man? Um, Let me know in the comments. Do you think that women should send men drinks? Now, if it's business related, that's different. If you're trying to meet someone and it's really not on that level, it's just for business purposes, I think that's different. But they may still take it the wrong way. And that's another thing. People, you really can't even speak to folk today because they take it the wrong way. They will take it as if you are trying to say more than just hi to them. Um, but let me know what you guys think in the comments about all three of these stories. Lunell and Ti. I think Ti had made a statement already a few days ago on his Instagram that if anybody had took issue with him doing stand up, that's just their problem. Because I guess some other people may have said something about, which, like I said, I don't even understand why people see that as an issue. You know, we see athletes and other people start rapping, right? Trying to put out rap albums and jump on remixes and kind of stuff out here. So, I mean, what's the difference, right? what's the comedian's name that made the song? I'm not going back. The one with Snoop. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Um, y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't even want to say the lyrics, but y'all know what I'm talking about. So what's the difference? Like, how is it that you guys can jump on rap songs, but you feeling like a rapper can't jump up and do stand up? I mean, make that make sense. Like I said, I can understand if she was saying it about somebody who just walked in the door, right? Um, but the fact that T.I. has been in the industry a long time, and I think that it shouldn't be an issue. Um, but let me know what you guys think about all these conversations, and I'll see you in the next video.